Alright, people. So, we all know that that prissy little hotel has been, well, fighting heaven. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we are talking about is the fact that we, the V's, are taking over heaven. And I have a plan of how we're going to do that. No, Voxy, how on earth are we exactly going to do that? Because, last time we tried to take over heaven, it didn't really work out. Especially since you went a little bit overboard and that was not the fun thing that needed to happen. So, if you have this plan, are we actually going to go through with it, or are you actually going to be a little prick, talk about Alastor the whole time, not even have us help, or I don't know. But are we actually going to stick through with the plan this time? Don't worry, Val, I'm not gonna go that batshit crazy over Alastor this time. Besides, we're focusing mainly on getting in heaven, because it's what both the sinners want, and what Littlefoot wanted to begin with. Besides, I don't even care about Alastor to begin with, because he basically only used me to get out of his stupid contract with whatever her fuckface was. Think it was Rosie? I don't know, but that's not important. What's important is the fact we need to get into heaven. And my plan to do that. So, can I please talk about my plan now? Why am I saying please? I actually do what the fuck I want, because you two don't need to listen to me. Or wait, I don't need to listen to both of you. Whatever. Are you just gonna get on with the Foxy, or are we just gonna keep, talking shit? Besides, I kind of want to get on with this plan. I have a whole lot of models that need me, all that stuff. So, just get on with it already. I don't want to wait forever. Alright, Val, calm down, goddamn. Okay, here's the plan. We take one of their hotel members, specifically that listener, because, well, I feel like they don't like being in that hotel to begin with. Anyway, we take listener, bring them into the V's, swoon them a little. Val, I'm not letting you do that for very obvious reasons. But we swoon them somehow. We get them in here. Then they talk shit about the hotel. They work with us. We get them into heaven. Sound simple? I mean, it should, because it is simple, but what are your guys' opinions on it? Alright, that sounds like a good idea. However, how the fuck are we gonna swoon that listener? Because from what I've heard, or what's been going around now, they are hard as fuck to swoon. Mostly because, well, they like Angel and Husker. Well, not Husker, actually. I think they like Angel and Alastor. But how in the actual hell are we gonna swoon them, get them into the V's, get them to talk crap about the hotel, and even then, how are we even gonna make them trust us? Oh, I sound like you. No, that is, I don't like that. But how are we gonna get them to trust us to begin with? Val actually has a point. How are we gonna get them to, trust us and get them into the V's to begin with? I've tried it before, and I've interacted with them before, and oh my god. They will not trust me because of what they did to Angel. Well, and what I did to them too, but that is very much besides the point. The point is, how do we get them to trust us, and especially, deal with me? Because they fucking hate my guts. I don't know why, but they hate my goddamn guts, Fox, and I don't want to deal with that. So how are we gonna get them to trust us, huh? What are your little ideas, Voxy? Oh, don't worry, Val. I have just the way to get them into the V's. Not with my Hypno Eye. Maybe. But I have my ways to get them into the V's. But I'm sure as hell as not letting the listener around you again. Because I saw what you did to that listener. You wine, dined, and fucked them without their consent. Which is not a bad idea to get them in, but I'm not letting you do that again, Val. That was just no. Fine, Voxy. I guess you can't let me around them for very obvious reasons, which I will not complain. But if you have a way to get them into the V's to begin with, the fuck are you going to do? Because I don't think they trust you. Unless you somehow convinced them once before and didn't tell me or Val, which, what the fuck? But, no, seriously. How are you going to make them trust you of all people? Don't worry. I have the exact thing to do. I'll swoon him a little bit, give him some personal attention, praise him for, I guess, trusting me, and then boom! We have him in the V's. Simple as that, right? I hope you guys think it's simple, because this is the only plan I came up with, and we're not doing a backup, because we don't need a motherfucking backup. So, sound like a good idea, you two? I mean, sounds like as good as it can get. But what if this goes to shit? I know you said it wouldn't, but I'm just curious. Although if it doesn't go to shit, I think we're fine. But what if it does go to shit, huh? What are we gonna do then? Oh, calm down, Ms. Worrisome. I have the perfect way to, make sure it doesn't fail. If it does fail, fuck it, we'll find someone else. Although listener may be our best bet, but don't worry, I'll make sure that we get him in. Val, any thoughts on my idea? I mean, I guess it's a good idea. And I guess our backup would work as well, but meh. I say you go ahead with the idea, Vox, but you better not try to steal them, cause even though they hate me, they are still mine. At least I'd hope they're mine, but if they're not, I don't really care. But you better not flirt with them, or I swear I will fuck you. Calm down, I won't. Now that I think about it, I can technically do what I want. This is going to be very, very fun.